and welcome to MCTV's Let's Talk. I'm Mike Stanzilla's Vice President of Membership and Government Affairs for the Morris County Chamber of Commerce. And today we are truly fortunate to have with us for a member spotlight, Laura Jeros of Unicity Healthcare. So Unicity Healthcare provides high quality healthcare to support the needs of our aging population and their caregivers. Laura has more than 15 years experience working in healthcare. She's worked in skilled nursing, subacute rehabilitation, assisted living, hospice, and long-term acute hospitals. Now, Laura went to Old Dominion University in Norfolk, Virginia, where she was a member of a Division I national championship field hockey team. And she currently enjoys playing golf, skiing, and running. And I have golfed with Laura, and believe me, I didn't know until this interview that she was a D1 national championship athlete. But I saw it on her face when we were golfing, and she had this like game face on. Don't talk to me. I'm gonna get this one. So, Laura, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mike. It is truly a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, you remember the golf that that 18th hole, you were getting ready to get a birdie, and there was no stopping you.
I do, and that was a really fun day. I can be a little competitive out there, and I truly just enjoy being outside and playing golf with good people at the end of it. I like to play well, but at the end, it's about who you're playing with. So.
Absolutely. But it's interesting, you know, a lot of people in business development and sales come out of a very competitive sports-oriented background, and clearly you are at the top of that with D1 national championship. So thank you and welcome to our show today. So let's just get started. So it's an interesting story. You and I met shortly after I joined the chamber about a year and a half or so ago at a Women in Business luncheon, and you were 8 months pregnant at the time. You just joined the chamber, and then you went out on maternity leave. Since you've been back, you've really managed to make a name for yourself and Unicity here at the chamber. So what were some of the things that you did that you maximize your membership? What is your success strategy here at the chamber thus far?
Mike, I think first and foremost, when I spoke to you about membership and your pitch on the benefits of the chamber got me excited. And truly, I found after attending a few meetings, and the Women in Business Luncheon is one of the first events that I went to, and I found that being present at the events, at the meetings, making the effort to introduce myself and introduce others. One of the things that I've learned in the chamber is not just offering my service, but also how I can help others and make an introduction, and learning about what other people do, and truly being a part of the meetings. And at this point, I'm finding the virtual meetings, and just being there, not on the outskirts, not just saying that I'm a member of the chamber, but actually being present and participating has made a true difference. Both prior to my maternity leave and especially since then. And I love the chamber.
So, well, thank you so much for that amazing endorsement. We love having you here. So, being present, it can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, right? Mm-hmm. But in your case, you've got a lot of balls in the air to juggle, especially now during COVID, right? How can you be present at the chamber when you also have your children? So you've got childcare, you've got your full-time job, which pays the bills, and then you also are very involved in the chamber. So, why don't you talk to us a little bit about that work-life balance?
Sure. I think society at large, across, globally, is challenged in so many ways right now with the pandemic. And, for me, I know I'm not alone as a working mom. And to be honest, I actually know that because the chamber, there are other women and moms, working moms in the chamber, and we talk. And, for me, I came back from maternity leave last October, and I found that after having my second child and being a nursing mom with 2 kids under 2, working a full-time job, it became very overwhelming to me in a way that it was, you know, I came to a point where I felt as if I were sinking. You know, I felt that I wasn't really producing well at work. I wasn't accomplishing the things that I wanted to as a mom. I wasn't the wife that I wanted to be, and all these roles in my life that really became truly overwhelming. And really, it reached a point where I felt I needed to make a decision. You know, it became almost painful enough that I needed to say, God, help me here.
Mhm.
And it was at that point where I was able to trust God, let it go, and make this decision that my best is good enough. And my best is good enough on any given day. And it can be different on any given day. You know, things are unpredictable with two young children. And, you know, my responsibilities at work have grown tremendously, you know, since last October and now getting through this pandemic. And, you know, in this time period, I went from managing a team of 2 to now a team of 6. And, you know, it was really the ability of letting go of my expectations of myself and trusting God to lead me. And that gave me this sense of freedom. You know, I was able to drop that extra weight I was carrying on my own and prioritize. And, you know, with this freedom, I was able to set boundaries personally and professionally, which really everything has grown for me. You know, my personal relationships have grown, my professional relationships have grown. And, you know, a daily reminder for me truly is that my best is good enough. And when I can prioritize work and family and be able to set those boundaries in between, everything seems to fall into place. You know, when I'm not saying that I have this agenda of all these things that I need to do each day, and I can, you know, identify what those top things are at work and the top things are at home, it simplifies it. And rather than dealing with this chaos in my head and this to-do list that never ends, I can actually do things, and I can be present at work. I can be present with my family. As I mentioned earlier, being present with the chamber. You know, to be present is not just in body, but it's also in mind. And it's also realizing that when I'm talking to someone, I want to have that conversation with them and not the other chatter and things happening behind my head, but to focus on where I am in the moment and listen to the people that I'm talking to and be able to provide often just a listening ear or, you know, I'm not quite sure how to explain it, but without all that the extra things I was carrying, it allows me to build my relationships and to grow in the challenges that I face on any given day. So I
Yeah,
think that's truly what's gotten me through.
absolutely. But what I really am impressed with you is your fearlessness to just come right out and say you gave it up to God. You trusted God. And that's when you came to the conclusion that your best is good enough, right? And you stop really judging yourself and putting that pressure on yourself. And I think that, you know, talking about God in this forum, it takes a lot of guts for somebody to come out and say that, right? In the business community, we're having meetings, we rarely say those words. So I appreciate you, the fearlessness that you've displayed in talking about, you know, trusting in God. So thank you so much for that. So talking about trusting in God, right, and your guts, your gut instinct, right? You left a successful career in corporate healthcare business to go with Unicity, a smaller startup. That takes, again, a lot of fearlessness to do it, right? So what would you say to our members about, you know, leaving a large corporation to go and start up your own business or go with a smaller business? And then the second part of this question, or maybe even the first part really should be, what was it about Unicity that pulled you away from a successful, steady, safe career in corporate healthcare?
Thank you for the question, Mike. And the compliment, you know, to be called fearless is, I think that's pretty cool. So thank you. You know, but I only, you know, I say these things and I do and accomplish these things, and I will mention God again. You know, it is my faith, and it is also the support of my family. It's the support of my colleagues that allow me to, in your words, be fearless. You know, I met with Gregory Brune, who's the owner of our company, and through a recruiter who found me and set up this interview with Greg. And at the time I had, you know, my son was only maybe 6 months old, somewhere around there. And I really felt a change was needed in my life. You know, I'd worked in corporate for quite a while and there was stability there. And, you know, I didn't not like it, but I met with Greg and he shared with me this vision of the company, of Unicity Healthcare. And I shared the vision. You know, I saw his excitement and his passion and his values, and they were in line with what I wanted and the way I liked living my life and the way that I wanted to be helping others. And, you know, shortly after meeting him, I was able to meet with Yella Moretic, who is our executive director with Unicity Healthcare. And, you know, together, I wanted what he was sharing with me. I wanted to be a part of that and to be a part of something new, something that's growing, something that's different was very exciting to me. And I truly, you know, I believed in this vision. And, you know, just about 2 years later now today, and it's happening. I'm living it, and I'm growing in this vision with Unicity, and it is so exciting to me. And truly, you know, any goals that I had set for myself in my career are actually coming true. You know, in the last year with this company Unicity, we've grown from 2 locations to we're opening our 6th location within this month, and we're already talking about the next. And the growth has been tremendous. It's been challenging. I've learned more about myself in this, and I have to credit, you know, the people I work with for giving me the opportunity to grow, because I've never had this before. And learning how to grow with the team, and you mentioned my experience as a Division I athlete. That has truly been an asset in my role right now with Unicity, and being able to adapt to the changes, especially right now in healthcare during this COVID pandemic. We didn't know on any given day what was going to be happening next. And, you know, this company, and maybe it is because we're small and we're privately owned, but we had the resources to change, and to change as was needed for our clients and for our staff. And, you know, our leadership was able to acquire the PPE that we needed in order to care for our clients throughout the pandemic and protect our staff. And I truly believe that comes from our owner to our executive director and down further. And, you know, I believe in what we do. We are a solution-based company. We want solutions for our families. We want solutions for our employees. You know, we want everyone to know that they're supported both professionally and personally. And, you know, that truly does come from our founder and CEO down to the caregivers that are assisting our clients at home. And I'm thrilled to be a part of it, and I'm thrilled to see where it's going to be a year from now. So it's really been, it's a big difference from corporate. Yes, it is so worth the change. You know, I'm a big advocate for change. I think change is growth, and if we're not growing, then we're standing still. And you know, we're a company that is here to assist people through the aging process, and that affects all of us. All of us are, you know, we're living, which means we're getting older every single day. So what we want to do is really help people throughout the aging process, which is called life, and help people find solutions. And part of being a member of the chamber, you know, if I can't provide that solution, the chamber is now giving me this huge network of people who can be great resources for the clients we serve. And, you know, it's the benefits of this chamber, the benefits of working for a company and an owner whose vision I believe in is just, it makes every day worth it. To wake up, you know, to leave my kids every day is such a challenge. To bring them to childcare, leave them with my family. I miss them all day, but I believe in what I'm doing when I'm not with them. So that makes it okay. You know, they're well taken care of. I'm well taken care of. And I believe Unicity is also taking care of our clients. So it's, you know, I think we're all making a difference on different levels. And, you know, when you believe in what you're doing, it makes everything better.
Well, that's a really amazing story. There's so many things there to unravel. And as we wrap up, I just want to, you know, comment on that, the shared vision that resonated with you, with Unicity, the leadership that was there, right? And again, I'll go back to your fearlessness to make that jump from a very safe corporate environment into this world. And it seems that you've made the right decision. So for, I guess, the takeaway would be to our members who are thinking of doing the same is that shared vision with leadership, or your own business, if you're starting your own business, having that vision. So Laura, again, the fearless Laura Jeros of Unicity Healthcare. Laura, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Well, we appreciate you, and we appreciate all of our members here at the Morris County Chamber of Commerce. Get out there and be fearless. Thank you.